Hi everyone, Elaine here from Chig Kids Crafty Corner. Today I am using my August 2025 Scrapaholix kit from the Mad Scrapper, and I'm using this lovely collection by Echo Park called Firefly. I've started with a frame of pictures of paper, the pattern paper with the fireflies all over it, and I've cut a frame and kept the central part for a later layout. Then I've trimmed down my piece of white cardstock to 11.5 inches, so I leave a very small border around the outside, just smoothing it down there. I've pre-cut lots of circles for this layout. I decided I would just cut circles. I haven't kept a note of all of the individual pieces of paper, what they're called, but everything that's in the kit is what I'm using here. I've used quite a few of the journaling pieces and cut them into circles, and if I couldn't quite get a whole circle out of it, I've cut a corner off so that I could have most of it in, and it didn't matter if there was a little bit missing. So like that one there, You're a Little Ray of Sunshine. This is a photo of my granddaughter, my grandson, and my son's partner's daughter, and I'm just adding a collection of lots of the circles which I have just cut in various different sizes, and I've used both sides of the papers, so that you can see I've got lots of different patterns there. So just trimming up at the bit at the bottom, because I stupidly adhered the white cardstock on the base, and I actually should have just left that until the end to put on the frame, because of course I've got some that I would have had overhanging, and I would wanted to trim those off. So yeah, if you're doing this, then I would definitely not stick the white cardstock down to the navy blue frame with the fireflies. I fast forwarded some of these, but you can see I'm using the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive there to stick my circles down. I haven't shown you sticking them all down, but predominantly I've cut these. I think, let me see how many circles there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 circles, and some bits as well. So there I am, just sort of creating this circular layout here with lots and lots of circles, and just trimming up one of the edges there of something that I'm going to put in. As you can see, I fast forwarded a little bit there, and again trimming up again there, so that I can just have it at the edge of the paper. And had I have not stuck that white cardstock down, I could have just stuck it all on and then just trimmed it all up afterwards, but I had to do things a little bit differently. I'm now adding a second photograph, and you'll see that I do actually end up moving it around a bit, because I wanted to put a part of the journaling cards that said "You light up my life," because they do, and I just couldn't quite fit it in without having to chop too much of that journaling spot off there. So you see me moving the photo around. If you're quick with the deluxe adhesive, yeah, there I am moving it. If you're quick with it, you can move it, but it does set pretty quickly, so you have to be fairly quick with it. And here's that piece I was saying that I wanted to use that says "You light up my life." As it happens, I didn't quite get it lined up properly, and I have cut a little bit of the up off, but you can still read what it says, so that's fine. Just finally adding a last couple of paper circles. And then I'm going to add some mixed media to it as well. And some of them didn't come out, I didn't have a whole piece, so I've ended up just tucking them underneath so that you can't see there's a bit missing of the actual circle. I'm just using a stamp there. It's a stamp that I've got in my stash, but any circular stamp will do. Or if you haven't got a circular stamp, what you could do is use some of the Distress Oxide. I'm using black soot there, which is what I was pointing out. Use some of the Distress Oxide on your craft mat or glass top or whatever, and add a little bit of water to it, and then dip, say, an egg cup or a shot glass or something into it, and then make your circular impressions as well. You don't have to have a stamp if you don't have to. If you haven't got one, then you can use something like an egg cup or something. Just make it black on the top and make your impressions. I'm using some of these Tim Holtz small talk stickers as well, and I picked ones that say life was meant for great adventure, take risks. I added the take risks later, and that one says life was made for great adventure. Then I was looking for some more, and then I settled upon you. It was a very long sticker, so I cut it down into 2 lines, and it says, you are capable of becoming more than you realise. So I've stuck that down in 2 lines rather than 1 long line, because it was just too long and it didn't go well. So you can see there that I've now got those. I've also found some enamel dots in my stash, which are from Cartabella. I don't know if they would be in stock at the Mad Scrapper. However, any enamel dots that you've got in your collection, or sequins if you don't have enamel dots, would work perfectly well for adding. But these were the right colours. They had sort of blues and greens and blacks in it, and that worked perfectly with this lovely kit. Finally, I'm just putting a title on it. I just wanted a little short title, so I've gone with Joy because they bring me a lot of joy. And I did it in a sort of a bouncing movement, because these all sort of reminded me of balls, these circles. So I've done it as a joy, as though it was bouncing. And that's my final title there. And then I just decided to do a little bit of splattering. So again, I put some of that black soot Distress Oxide down on my glass worktop there. And I'm using the spray there just to add a little bit to it. And I'm using one of the De La Rowney paintbrushes that Janine sells in the Mad Scrapper. I'm just covering up some of the photos there while I do a little bit of splattering. And then I forget to move the piece of card around, really. So sometimes there was a little bit that went on the photo, but I have managed to get it off, or photos, I should say. So, and that's it really. Unfortunately, I just pulled it down at that 11th hour and put it a little bit out of shot, but you'll have some stills coming up, as you can see now. So I hope you like this. Do like and subscribe. I really need some new subscribers, so please do give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I won't bombard you. I probably do 2 or 3 or maybe 4 a month, maybe even less than that. So it'd be great if you could join me and become a regular subscriber. Thanks for then. See you soon. Bye.